Thank you, Lori Paker. That was a great introduction. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Woj.
You guys. Ooh. Good afternoon, everyone. Like Lori said, my name is Tom Wojciechowski. My pronouns are he and him, and I am the president of the Higher Education Web Professionals Association. Thank you. Please join me in thanking Glenn Donaldson, the chair of the conference, and all the other amazing people who helped put on this conference for us. Thanks, guys. The HighEdWeb Association would also like to acknowledge that we are here on the traditional lands of the Potawatomi and the Menominee peoples. So the association is more than the annual conference. A lot of you know that. We are a volunteer-driven, run year-round by dedicated professionals who coordinate the annual conference, host regional events, publish linked online journals, staff various association committees, and also work to support and maintain the Higher Education Web Professional Association's nonprofit mission and status. Our community is HighEdWeb. I would personally like to thank the board of directors. This group of dedicated volunteers meets monthly and works continuously to advance HighEdWeb's mission. The directors oversee our financial and legal obligations, do regular strategic planning, and lead the work of implementing that planning. They do all this as volunteers. In fact, 99.99% of everyone you meet who works at the association is a volunteer. The other 0.1% is our operations director. That's Sarah. I don't know if anybody knows Sarah, but you know. While she's not a volunteer, we would be a lesser association and without her amazing work and outstanding dedication. The association, and more specifically our committees, could not operate as well as they do without her. Thank you, Sarah. Speaking of our committees, we have 11 of them, chaired by dedicated people from all over the country. All of those committees have members that help move their changes forward. Again, these are all volunteers who all have day jobs but believe in what we are doing and want to give back to our community. Then we have all the good people who volunteer at the conference, write articles for Link, serve on ad hoc committees, and hold other various jobs. All in all, last year we had 180 wonderful people volunteer their time and talents to the association. So what I'm trying to show, besides my obvious excellence at copying and pasting the Lego people, is that the association is us. It's all of us. Everyone here and everyone who wasn't able to join us today. We exist because of our community, our sense of belonging, and our overwhelming kinship. I realize that for some first-time attendees, that might come off as a bit much or strong, like, you know, it's a little much, but to a lot of us, this is a once-a-year homecoming, where you can connect in person with people you've been talking to and working with virtually all year. If anyone here is interested in learning more about how they can get involved with the association, please find any of the board members, pictures you saw, and we'd be more than happy to talk to you. You can also go to the Get Involved page on our website to learn more. As your president, I get the pleasure of updating you about some of the work we've been doing as an organization over the past year. I'll start by telling you who we are and some of what we do. HighEdWeb at its core is about growth. We accomplish this by helping our members share knowledge with one another. This leads us to being able to succeed in our professional goals. The philosophy is the basis of our mission statement, which I would like to read to you now. HighEdWeb educates digital professionals who work at higher education institutions. We provide educational materials and opportunities that develop knowledge, skills, and abilities. As a result, we advance higher education. Thank you. So change is an important part of growth. You can't have growth without changing a little bit. This is our 4th time in Milwaukee. Old website. This seems like a perfect opportunity to look back and see how we've grown over the years. Speaking of change, anyone notice that Flash plugin kind of broken right there? You remember making sites in Flash? We're all happy we don't have to do that anymore, right? I asked around about how we've changed as an organization since then. Our membership, all the way back in the ancient times of 2015, was around 700 people. As of right now, we have approximately 1,850 people. Huge increase, right? So we had members prior to 2015, but an exact account was really hard to calculate because of the records. I like to think it might have something to do with this, but I was told no, records are fine. But then I also had two ways I could have gone with this joke. I really love Obi-Wan, but I felt there might have been a better one, so I found that one too. Like, how could our records not be complete? Completely inconceivable. Some of the other ways HighEdWeb has grown since 2012 are, we now offer a free membership. With recent changes in our membership classes, we now offer a free general membership available to anyone who is employed by an institution of higher education who wants one. We all wanted a way to stay in touch in between events. As a result, we created a free members Slack workspace for us to do that. Judging by the fact that it had to mute several channels, everyone seems to have found Slack and is enjoying it, so I'm glad that's working out for everybody. The average height of the board is increased by 12 inches. No, that's not right. So while that's a joke, terrible dad joke, I'm a dad, we are fully staffed at 12 members. So last year and this year is one of the few times we've been staffed, and that really helps us do a lot of things we weren't able to do before. We now have an operations director, Sarah. She's our first employee and hopefully not our last, and that's where we're trying to go. Is she helps with all things we want to do. Couches in the sponsor exhibits. I've seen some people taking advantage of them. Seems like a silly little thing, but it actually adds a whole lot. It gives another space for people to sit down and relax and connect with sponsors. Pronoun stickers for our attendees to use to allow themselves, so that way they can let others know what their preferred pronouns are. Name badge programs. I love this one. I mean, I'm a long-time attendee, and I remember the old days of you would have, I don't have it on, but you would have your badge and you'd have your program, and they were two separate things. Having all-in-one has been fantastic, and I really like that one a lot. That jersey's pretty sweet, too. We are always exploring potential partnerships and relationships with others, with organizations that align with our mission. And we couldn't be happier with our current partner, WP Campus. I think some of you have heard of it, I'm not sure. Another way the association has grown is our commitment to transparency. One of the ways we accomplish this is by sharing our board meeting minutes on our membership portal. You want to know what the board is doing, what we're spending all the time working on? Log into your membership portal and you can check out the meeting minutes. We created a job board, and this is another example of growth and transparency. Something we heard from a lot of folks in between conferences is that they were looking for a place to share a job that might not be reaching the audience they want it to. A lot of times we want to reach the people in this room, and it's hard to do that. So that's why we created this job board. We also post all of our volunteer positions to this. So to help with that transparency, all the jobs that go on at the association will be posted on this job board, and anyone who's a member has an opportunity to apply. A question we get asked a lot as a board and as an association is, what do we do with all the money we generate? I can tell you from personal experience, it does not go to private jets and limos. Trust me. This chart, which is kind of big and intimidating, does a wonderful job of showing where all of our dollars are spent. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but the ginormous orange one in the bottom right, bacon. That's what we spent on food and beverage. So that's percentage, but in 2018, we spent more than $260,000 on food and beverage at the annual conference. And as someone said, that is a lot of bacon, and it is not free. Membership. Everyone here is the reason HighEdWeb exists. We are nothing without our wonderful community. A benefit of attending the annual conference, besides being here in person, is that everyone here is automatically a premium member. So what that means is that you have full access to all the general membership benefits and any expanded content we offer. So the expanded content includes the recordings of all the wonderful sessions that you're attending today. We are testing out live streaming this year. I don't know if a lot of people knew that. We're live streaming a few sessions, which is a great big step for us. Those videos, along with all of our recordings, including our best in TrackRed Stabler presentations, will be available on our membership portal post-conference. And we're really hoping to be able to stream all of our sessions next year or the year after it. So that's a great way, if you can't make it, you're going to be able to still interact with us. One of the reasons excuse me, one request we've gotten over the year is if we offer any kind of group membership or anything like that. So I'm very happy to announce is that this year we are offering institutional memberships. This is a great way for others at your institutions to enjoy the content that you were able to get. So if you think someone in your institution would be interested in this, you can get more information here. And what this would allow is anybody who's at your university that shares your domain name can access all the videos, all of the content you can, and it's a great way to share with those people. So everyone knows about the annual conference. Hopefully we're all here. But as I've said, we are more than just the annual conference. We offer academies, content and UX, leadership and technical. These take place the Saturday and Sunday before the start of the conference and are a great way for you to take a deeper dive into one of these important areas. Thank you, Academy chairs and the Academy committee who make these events happen. Play that for them real quick. They do a ton of work. Link, hopefully you're all aware of Link and you read the wonderful articles, is the official publication of the HighEdWeb Association. The staff writes some amazing articles and is a great way to check out what is going on with HighEdWeb. Thank you all for all the work you do with that. The HighEdWeb community is active throughout the year, and one way to stay connected is through HighEdWeb regional meetups. These smaller 2 to 3 hour events hosted at a university or college provide ongoing networking and education opportunities at a minimal cost. If you're interested in hosting a meetup, we would love to talk to you about it. We're always looking for people who want to host one, want to bring HighEdWeb to your town or your school. This is a great way for you to do that, and we want to talk to you about that. We also have a lot of committees that help the association advance higher education throughout the year. These are our 11 permanent committees. These exist all the time. It's a lot of people. You saw all the Legos. And I know it can get confusing to know what everyone does and what everyone's responsibility is. So to help alleviate a lot of that confusion, we developed a charter for each committee. You can now quickly learn the purpose, authority, current members, and responsibility of any committee from our website. This was another big point of transparency we wanted to do, is people didn't know what all of these committees did. We're trying to help explain so everyone knows what's going on. All of our committees are very active throughout the year. You want to, like our models? They're nice, right? Thank you, models. You may have noticed the shirts you got this year. There is no printing on the front, and they also come in different styles and cuts. This is a direct result of one of our committees, the Safety and Inclusion Committees. And thank you for your work on this by getting this initiative passed to the conference. Another important function of the Safety and Inclusion Committee is maintaining our code of conduct. This is an important document that guides all of our philosophy and everything we do throughout the year. We constantly reference it, so thank you for maintaining that also. So last year, we announced the dates for our 2020 annual conference to help you plan travel for future budget years. Some people have been asking about it, I know, so now we get to tell you, I get the distinct pleasure of telling you where this is going to be when we come back from commercial. No. So before I tell you, I'm going to give you a couple hints because, you know, we love to give hints. We like to tease everything on the head. So I'm going to give you a couple factoids, see if you can guess it. So this city is the geographic center of the country, I think. The cheese dip was invented here. Home of the U.S.'s only purse museum. I know it now, that's easy. The only U.S. city with a gallery containing hundreds of animatronic singing plastic fish. It's super clear right now. It's obvious. And no one has it? All right. So, I saw some hands. No, not you. Okay. So, now that you all have taken your guess, we're going to play a little video, which should kind of explain where it's going to be.
Shred. Sip.
Hopefully it does.
Send. Repeat. In Little Rock, we're all about the good times. Inside and out. Little Rock. Good times with a Southern accent. Come see us.
All right. I'm very excited to announce that the 2020 annual conference will be taking place in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is the first time the annual conference has been there, and we couldn't be more amped to bring it there. Well, that was really hard to say. Next, it's my pleasure to announce something new. Accessibility is one of the, if not most important topics to higher ed and society currently. So you might be thinking to yourself, but Tom, if accessibility is so important, why isn't there a track dedicated to it?
But Tom, why is there not a track dedicated to accessibility?
Thank you, Jeff. That is a timely and wonderful question. I really appreciate that. So we used to have a track dedicated to it. It used to be called Usability, Accessibility, and Design. We did, but accessibility isn't a one-track issue. It's in everything we do. It's all about us. Everything is involved with that. So as a result, we wanted to take that, and we felt we could do more other than just disseminating it across the conference. We felt we could do a lot more. So what I'm proud to announce is the 2020 HighEdWeb Accessibility Summit will take place this next year in St. Louis, Missouri on May 27, 2020. This event is dedicated completely to ensuring web and digital is available to all. You can learn more about it by going to 2020.webaccessibilitysummit.org. And thank you everybody who's helped with that. Lastly, in the theme of growth and change, not only are we going to announce the dates for the 2021 conference, but we're also going to announce the city. What? So we did this again based on feedback from you, so it's another thing we're changing. We heard from a lot of attendees is the dates help them with the planning, but knowing the location will help also to plan for budgeting and get approval from the powers that be at their institutions. So this is a direct result of your feedback, which is why it's so important to hear from you and know what's going on. So the 2021 annual conference will be taking place on October 3rd through the 6th, and we will be returning to the land of Zubas, Kimwick rolls, sponge candy. It's a thing. It's delicious. Trust me, you have to have some. And this last one, we'll give it away. Chicken wings. We are very happy to be taking our talents back to the great city of Buffalo, New York. I'm very happy. So that gives us this amazing timeline of upcoming events. Some people are saying this is the most ambitious crossover ever in the history. Thank you, Jeff, for your help with this slide. Hopefully, there's one on there. Hopefully, people will see. So, as soon as I'm done talking up here, we're going to be trying another new thing. Lori mentioned it and talked about it, the community group discussions. As she said, there's going to be seven informal group discussions covering everything from accessibility to social media, and the locations are listed on the online program. So if you need to do that, that's where it's going to be. And again, we chose these topics based on feedback from all of you. So thank you for submitting your ideas. Another way you're helping drive what it is with the discussion that's happening at the conference. So I hope my update has given you a brief overview of what the association does year-round and how it is staffed by dedicated, talented, and wonderful group of volunteers. If any of you want to learn more about the association or how you can get more involved, please stop by the volunteer table in Ballroom AB, where the sponsors hall is, and see the table. It's staffed by the board members, and any of us would be more than happy to talk to you about anything that you want to talk about, but also how you can get involved with the association. Please make an effort to join us at the big social event at the Milwaukee Art Museum Tuesday night. It's a great way to connect with people, decompress, make new connections in a casual environment, and it's always a really good time. I'm really excited about our keynote this year. It's Eric Qualman. Eric is a best-selling author and has spoken about digital and social influence and leadership in over 50 countries and reached 30 million people this decade alone. If you're interested, there will be a little meet and greet after Eric's talk. You can stop by, say hi, get a selfie with him, and if you have a book, he will sign it for you right there. We will be taking photos, and those photos will be available on our Flickr page after the conference like we've done with other keynotes. Also, it's not too late to attend a post-conference workshop. These workshops are a great way to keep the learning going and gives you an opportunity to get some hands-on learning with some important topics. If you want to add one, you can edit your own registration and do it yourself, or if you have questions or need help, just stop by the conference office and anyone there would be more than happy to help you do this. Thank you all very much for listening to me. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. And in the words of the immortal Keanu Reeves, you're all breathtaking. Thank you all.